Hello, 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 and welcome to Comrade Lev Plays Victoria 3. Welcome back. We return to the beautiful red Soviet Union, which we formed last episode, achieving our main aim of the game. But there's still plenty more we can do. Politically speaking, we want to get all the laws in line with our utopian ideals. So we've already managed to introduce women's suffrage, so the comrade ladies can get the vote. We've got the welfare state and the public health in place, and we're currently looking for schools. But there's some other stuff we can do, such as free speech and things like that. So that's all looking good. I had noticed in the journal, actually, there's the Path to Socialism journal entry. These journal entries are like little mini objectives for you, just to help guide your progress as a nation. And for this one, we need a group in government with 50% clout, which is either communist, vanguardist, and anarchist. Our union power is actually radical, so none of those three. And I don't think any of these are either Republican, feminist, and market liberal. So what we actually are going to do is bring the rural folk in, because we know these guys are anarchists, and we also just want to bolster them just to try and get them up over that 15% clout. So if we stop suppressing the industrialists for a while, we're going to need to do something else as well and get out of this consumption tax. I'm going to keep opium because it's stopping my people getting addicted, I think. Or helping at least. Porcelain makes me the most money, so let's get rid of the consumption tax on tea. And we can use that to bolster the rural folk. Great. Okay, we've got a really good build points, but we're coming to the end, so we'll start some things now. Top that queue up. Plenty of money to fund stuff. So what I actually want to do is get a load more government administration, because we're running quite low on bureaucracy, and we want to use all that bureaucracy to help fund our new institutions. So we've got social security, we've got the health system, and hopefully we'll have an education system kicking in soon as well. So I'm just going to spread out a load of government administration around the whole of my union. Just to help urbanise the entire nation rather than being so centralised. Okay, and the other thing we're going to do is build a load of universities, because we want everybody to be literate. We want to. It'd be amazing if we could end this game with 100% literacy. That'd be great. So what I'm going to do is build a make sure there's at least one university in every region as well. Okay, I'm sure that's going to make us need lots more paper, but let's cross that bridge when we come to it, and let's just get things moving. Now, if I want to get all of Central Asia, some of it is about here. The Heavenly Kingdom occupies a load of it. So let's start damaging our relationships with these guys. Okay, and that's central planning unlocked, which means we can move over to the command economy in our laws. Now, I have been doing some reading, and I'm not sure actually if we do want to do this now. The production methods it goes over to is, yeah, like government owned, so it will make everything run sort of centrally. Obviously a centrally commanded economy, and I like the idea of everything being owned by, you know, worker cooperatives. I feel like that's more the utopia ideal Soviet Union we want, rather than you know, the state capitalist bureaucratic nightmare that it turned into. So maybe we won't rush command economy actually. What do we want instead then? Our telephones would be nice, because then we could upgrade our government administration that way. Okay, so we can fund some musicians, can we, for some prestige? Yeah, I mean, we've got the money for it. 5 years though, it's a long time for 70k. We can afford it. Maintain our #1 rank in the world with all our prestige. And there we go, we have unlocked public schools, which increases our education access, loads, and assimilation too, that's nice. Okay. Schooling is the responsibility of the state and should be standardised and equally accessible to all. Good, yeah. So what do we want to look at next? What other good things can we do for the nation? And I think in order to support our new education system, we're going to ban child labour and bring in compulsory primary school, so all those kids can go to school and stop working in factories. Ah, we've got an event here. I think this is triggered from that law change. The Soviet Union has successfully maintained a republican form of government for many years now. There are few who still remember the old monarchy with any fondness. We must put the past behind us. Yeah, this turns the gentry assembly away from their sort of old aristocratic ideals. Brilliant. And I'm glad I've got those government administrations building, because we are in a bureaucracy deficit, so I'm glad all that stuff's building up now. So the anarchists of the rural folk are ticking up very, very slowly. It seems to have stalled a little bit. I'm hoping when there's an election, now that they're sort of got the approval of being within the government, that maybe they'll get a few more votes and hit over 15. And there we have it, compulsory primary school. That was easy. Who doesn't like that? The industrialists and the intelligentsia. All children must attend several years of primary school, during which they're prohibited from working. Okay, that's great. What do we want to go for next? Free speech? So we'll lose authority if we do that. Which we do we don't necessarily need. We can give up a few things there. Okay, let's go for this. What does this give us? Technology spread. Cannot bolster or suppress interest groups. Ooh. And that makes our bolstering and suppression worse. Well, okay, you know, I'm happy to pass this. I think we've got our powers in place now where the unions are strong enough. They don't need us bolstering them anymore, and everyone else is weak enough, or the other people we oppose are weak enough. Let's do this one. And all the government administration is coming in nicely. Look, we've got plenty of bureaucracy ticking up there, and it's only going to go up. Let's start doing one of these, shall we? I want to do education first, so we can get our literacy moving upwards. Could do a couple of these, in fact. That's already at top. Let's go for the health system. So we are going to invite Finland into our customs union. Should we do pressure as well? They would not accept. Okay. Anyone else we can invite? Brazil. They would not accept either. Fine. I'm happy with just Finland. Fascist Finland against Finland. It's the fascist Finland against industrial Finland. Yeah, I think we want to stop the fascists, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. I didn't even know you could get fascists in this. I thought it was a bit early, to be honest, for the fascists to be making appearances, but I guess we are getting close to the 20th century there, so not a million miles away. Yeah, we'll support the non-fascists. Even, I mean, they're industrialists, but I prefer that to having Nazis on my border. Okay, and all those universities are literally being worked on now, the last of them, so we can... Oh! Let's do this first then. The Stamp Out Revolution play. War between us and fascist Finland. Oh, we never got anyone to the front. Let's do that now. Now, opium is still really expensive apparently, so let's get a few more plantations in if we can. And we have still got a huge electricity deficit actually, so let's pump some power plants out. A load, we're going to need a load. Yeah, 50 per level, it's like 4,000. So we need about 80, something like that. Still 100, just for good measure. It looks like the war is progressing, even though I'm not sure I'm really doing much, to be honest. Tools are expensive as well, apparently. Let's get some tool workshops in. Okay, a few things there. We have protected speech, so we're now in an authority deficit. We need to do something about that. The armed forces aren't happy about that at all either. Okay, and we've unlocked the electric telegraph, and looks like the war is at 1. No, not quite. So straight on to the next law, I think. Should we go for universal suffrage? Anarchy? Let's go universal suffrage first. It's got a much better chance. And we need to stop our authority deficit. So I'm actually going to stop bolstering the trade unions now. They're by far the most powerful group in the country. Hurrah! And the fascist Finland has been defeated. Good, good. Apparently rubber has been discovered in the colonies. So let's rubber rush. Good. Looks like those do exactly the same thing. Okay. But let's definitely build some rubber plantations if we can. Oh yeah, 20. That's probably more than I can... that's probably more than I can staff. Oh well. I'm sure people will move there. And we do have an election coming up. Yeah. Hopefully the anarchists do okay. And we have unlocked the telephone, so I can build some electric industries now to make some telephones. I think we're going to want a load of these. So we can move all our government administration over. try 80. Is that too many? It feels like it's too many. I always feel like that. I click too many times and then regret it. I don't know if we'll be able to export them either, because who else wants them? Ooh, we'll get the radio next. Yeah, fine. Oh, trade routes need convoys. I can't believe it. Alright, let's build some ports, shall we? Oh, we can build some more ports. And we are losing money at the moment, but I'm not so worried. We've got massive reserves. We're building, obviously, just power plants at the moment, so I think that's quite expensive. There's stuff we can do if we need to. Like, we've got enough authority back now. We could put in another consumption tax if we wanted to. Now, do we want to give money to the cadets? I don't think so. The cadets are they're the industrialists, aren't they? Yep, no way. If a party can't afford a campaign, should it be campaigning? Exactly. They why can't all the capitalists give their fund them? Because there aren't any capitalists anymore, because all the businesses are worker owned. That's obviously why they're so poor, because the lobbies have got no money. Alright, election coming down. Let's hope the anarchists do well. Hurrah! Yeah, looks like it. And no, it didn't help their clout at all. Oh, it's ticking up. Is it? Sort of. I mean, I'm bolstering them. I don't know what else I can do. Oh well. We can reform the government. We don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. So we can build a cross-border telephone exchange with Austria. Yeah, why not? Oh, we can do another telephone exchange with Finland. Yeah, why not? We've got plenty of bureaucracy still, so let's have a look at these institutions again. Let's get education up once more. I don't really want to do welfare payments again, because it's going to cost me loads more as well. So let's keep health system up, and you know what, let's do colonial growth as well, because we've got colonies now, so I sort of care about this again now. Another telephone exchange, Great Britain. And there we have it, universal suffrage. Every adult man is given an equal vote, and of course, because we have women's suffrage as well, every adult is given the vote. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I mean, what is there left to do? Trade policy, I'm happy with mercantilism, I think. It's good for our tariffs. Although maybe we will move over to protectionism. Yeah, it would make us a load more money. Free trade would lose us huge amounts. Isolationism would lose us huge amounts. So we could do protectionism. Our economic system is agrarianism. I mean, there is command economy. I just don't want to do that yet. You have to subsidise every new building you make, and so unless you then make those buildings government run, you'll be losing money on them. And I don't want to do government run. I want to be a worker cooperative. Obviously, don't want to be laissez-faire. I don't really see the benefit of interventionism there. And we could guarantee liberties. This feels like a good one. The armed forces would be a little bit upset, but not so bad. And it would help reduce the radicals and increase the loyalists and stuff like that. And just looking at our standard of living in the rankings here, we're not far behind. Who's beating us? Algeria, the Netherlands, Tunis, Italy and Luxembourg, and we're only a point or two behind. So, and the rate we're increasing, feels like we might reach the top in there as well. And our bureaucracy is about to tank as well. Too much investment in institutions, I suspect. And we're not going to build more government administrations. We are building our electrical industries at the moment. So we'll have plenty of phones soon. And what I'm going to do is move over to a new production method in my government administration buildings. Yeah, I've got 15 with 65 on the way. Let's just let a few more build up, shall we? Okay, let's do it. Let's move over. Telephone switchboards. And there we go. Guaranteed liberties. Got it straight away. I can't believe how quickly we're passing laws and how difficult it was earlier on in this game. The State's Home Affairs Bureau is solely focused on addressing the grievances of the citizens. It is forbidden from investigating or arresting them without due cause. So it really is a paradise on earth we're building. Despite our worrying deficit at the moment. I'm hoping that's just a blip. I don't really know what the bonus is going to be here. Maybe it'll be migration and stuff, but should we try for multiculturalism? We're trying to build our perfect utopia, so obviously we don't want segregation or anything like that. It will lose us some authority, but I think that's a hit we can just about afford. And we've got another rubber boom. Brilliant. Okay, and having unlocked the radio, we can now see what else we need. And the bolt action rifle as well. Fine. Malaria prevention might be useful. Do we need to worry about malaria in our colonies? Yeah. Wasn't even hard, it's passed. Multiculturalism. A big hit to authority there. We need to do something. So I'm afraid we're going to have to stop bolstering the rural folk. Doesn't seem like it's working that well anyway. It's because of the laws I passed, isn't it? So maybe that's a waste of authority anyway. They're going to have to do it on their own. Maybe what do I need to do? Build more farms? Or what I need to hope is that one of these guys dies and communist or someone takes over. How old are you? 68 years. Hopefully he'll pass away sometime soon and we'll get a communist back in charge of the unions. Still leaves us 104 short, so we're going to need to do some other stuff. Poor old Minsk is going to have to stop its greener grass campaign, which is -4. Can I live with that? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, and we're getting an empty build queue again, so we need to build something, and I need to build something that's going to make some money, because we've got a big old deficit here. So, some lead mines. And some tea plantations. Just a few glass workshops. Let's tick up some institutions as well. Colonialism, education, and home affairs. Oh, we're not actually passing any laws at the moment, so we've got multiculturalism. What do we want to do now? I'm not sure there's anything we need to do. Council Republic, great. Universal suffrage, great. Multiculturalism, great. Total separation of church and state, perfect. Appointed bureaucrats, do we want elected? I don't think we do, to be honest. Appointed is good for taxation capacity, yeah. Professional army, yeah, great. Guaranteed liberties, great. We've looked at these, we don't want to change these yet. Happy with our tax laws, although we would get more from proportional. No, that's fine. Colonialism is fine. Resettlement. We've got a dedicated police force. Public schools, yeah. Public health insurance, yeah. We've got protected free speech. We've abolished serfdom. Aha. Workers' protections. This makes sense. Oh, and the industrialists and the gentry assembly are so upset at the idea of worker protections in the Soviet Union that they're going to plot a little revolution, are they? Let's see how far they get with this. I was being cocky then, but it is still ticking up actually. Let's just check my alliances. Finland would ally with me. But only Finland would, nobody else would. Okay. I don't think this will keep going up. No, let's stall there. Haven't you learned, guys? Is this really the hill you want to die on? Is a 10% rise in the minimum wage? I don't even get the industrialists, like what they're doing. Every single business in the country is a worker cooperative, so I don't really get why these guys are even sticking around, to be honest. Okay, we need some more tool workshops. Trying to spread this out in the east side of the country a bit, just to get them some industrialisation going. Need some glass works too. Okay, so we've just unlocked the steam turbine, which will allow us to upgrade our power plants, it looks like. I'm just going to use loads more coal. 15,000 more coal. And more engines too. Let's see, we might just build some coal mines. Yeah, let's import some coal in the first instance, and we'll get some mines building. Ooh, the church have joined the revolution too, but still stuck there at 59. And Austria are making a move on somebody I want to make a move on. To be honest, I'm not really in a position to stop them, I don't think, at the moment. Got way more troops than me. Maybe what I want to do actually at the same time is go for Portugal, take North Angola off the Portuguese. You know what? Why not? If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Conquer North Angola, yeah. Take south as well. Huh, and the British would join us if we also force Siam to adopt free trade laws. Okay, because the Siam are helping the Portuguese. Fine. We need to get some generals. We haven't got anywhere near enough generals. We've got 2. Up, and the Portuguese gave up. I've got North Angola. I can build rubber plantations. Perfect. And let's get some more, make sure we're colonising here. East Angola and Baz Congo. And now we've got multiculturalism. It seems like loads of people just keep piling in and they're migrating from all around the world. Good. Ah, malaria prevention. Great. So we're now part of the scramble for Africa, apparently. Okay, I'm not so worried about that, as long as we've got some rubber coming in. I think we need to look at our military, though. Where can we get trench? Yeah, we can get trench infantry with trench works. Definitely want this. Aha! Portuguese people are going to Minsk. That's great, because Minsk is a bit understaffed. And that's another election. Has that done anything with my rule? No, they're still at 12. It's going down, if anything. I think what I'm going to do, though, is kick the intelligentsia out. They've split with the Tridovic group. The industrialists are no longer anything to do with the Cadets Party, and the intelligentsia have taken over. So let's get those market liberals out of the government, because we can do it for free. Gain legitimacy, apparently. We're getting loads of events about missions from Africa, but we don't care about the faith. We care about the glory of the Soviet Union, so we're going to reject all these. The economy's still in complete freefall, minus $500,000. We're going to have to do something with the budget. I think we're going to have to raise tax up, I'm afraid. And lower wages slightly. Oh, cool. This is what we wanted. Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. With socialist ideas sweeping across the Soviet Union, Pyotr Lopatkin of the armed forces has been appointed to a leading position in the government. There is sufficient momentum for a rapid policy change. The proletariat is everywhere assuming a threatening attitude and are beginning to count the ranks of their enemy, far weaker in numbers than themselves, and to demand the actualization of their rights. All people and all men are filled with a kind of premonition, and everyone whose vital organs are not paralyzed faces with shuddering expectation the approaching future which will utter the redeeming word. So, what do we get here? Protect labour rights. The armed forces will always select vanguardists, communists or anarchists. Other interest groups are much more likely to select vanguardists, communists or anarchists. Or the armed forces always select vanguardists, communists or anarchists. The other interest groups are much more likely. Okay, yeah, I think we want this one because this also gives us a law which is a slightly worse version of workers' protection. So we want this one, and this will boost up the armed forces and the rural folk, I guess. Yeah, and they're more likely to pick communists. And that is the that's the road to socialism completed. Brilliant. More Christians? No, not interested. What's this? Photographs. It's been suggested that we take and distribute some pictures of our country's most famous landmarks. Yeah, let's do it for the prestige. Oh, we've got another one here. This is like that same socialism train. It looks like, you know, that same in that same vein as the socialist one we just completed. So we just need 5 years to pass. Brilliant. Without a revolution or secession. Fine. Oh, look. And same guy. Pyotr Lopatkin has reorganized the armed forces into the Soviet Red Army. The military is now devoted to defending the dictatorship of the proletariat. The international revolution will not be won through the jabbering of politicians. It will be won through forces of arms. All the bourgeoisie of the world are assembled against us. The enemies of the proletariat are omnipresent. The Red Army is the only force standing between survival and annihilation for the motherland. So it loses the loyalist ideology and gains the proletarian ideology. Brilliant. Great. So maybe that heralds that actually we need to start looking at spreading the international revolution through force of arms. Maybe we do need to look into that. Who can we actually go to war with? Oh, well, I've been trying to maintain good relations with everybody for most of this game, so it's difficult now to know. Oh, and this is beautiful. Look, there actually is regime change. So this is a war goal. Sets the initiating war goal to force the target country to change their government and laws to one that aligns with that of your country. So I mean, this never went wrong for the Soviet Union. Should we invade Afghanistan and make them support the communists in Afghanistan? This seems like a great idea. Okay, the Sikhs and the Persians immediately are on their side. Right, let's get mobilised. Let's get on the borders. And interestingly, with that, we have just unlocked trench warfare. No. So actually, we can upgrade our infantry. Yeah, trench infantry. They're going to be so much better. Oh, but they're not as good at capturing provinces. Look, I guess because they're slower. They just don't. They're not as sort of. They don't push forward as much. Well, fine. All right. What other military stuff do we want? War propaganda. Machine guns. Let's go for defence in depth. Yeah, I feel like surely the infamy shouldn't be as bad for just regime change. Afghanistan backs down. Is that what we just said? Yeah. So what are their politics? They haven't got... They've yielded the primary war goal to us. Okay, I mean, they've still got a monarchy and the landowners and the army are in charge. I don't know if that was a success or not. I can't remember what it looked like in the first place. No, they don't even have... That was Macron. They don't even have... Okay, I'm not sure what that achieved, to be honest. And there we have it, workers' protections. The better working conditions for everybody, but the minimum wage has gone well up. But our money looks okay. Let's see if that holds. Yeah, looking good. The other thing we can do now is kick the anarchists out of government because... Oh no, let's not do that. That'll give us more radicals. We'll wait till the next election. I honestly don't know if there's any more laws I already want to pass. Migration controls? No, we want open borders. Got everything we want here, everything we want here, everything we want here. Yeah, we've got our perfect utopian society. Okay, who else can we target for a regime change? Why can't we target Austria, for example? We're too similar. Okay. Okay. Well, let's do the Persians then. Oh, it's given us loads of infamy. And everybody sided with Persia, but it looks like they still gave in. Yeah, they backed down. So what does your government look like now? It says literally nobody in government. I don't know if I'm kicking the landowners out, but there's no one to... There's no trade unions or anyone to fill in, so... I don't know. I don't know. So we're coming near the end of our build queue. What I'm actually going to build is a load of barracks, I guess. Try and boost our army up a bit. Oh, we've clashed with the Austrians, look, in Baz Congo. Yeah, our colonial ambitions are conflicting, absolutely. Well, they must turn back at once, I think. I'm not losing prestige, I'm not withdrawing from the area. I wouldn't mind a clash with Austria. And with 3,000 bureaucracy, let's have a look at what we could increase here. Let's go for colonial affairs. And again, let's get the final level of education. Our literacy rate's nearly up to 50% now, 47. Really good. Oh look, now we've clashed with England. I don't know if I want to fight them as well. To be honest, sorry. Let's lose the prestige. Because that's going to tick my infamy up as well, which isn't good. Yeah, it's up here I'm clashing with the British. Look, I've just nipped in and grabbed a few little spots. And the Bedouins are moving to North Angola. That's good. Look, a book rejected for publication in Persia due to their restrictive laws has been accepted by a Soviet publisher. That's for a Persian book we're printing. Yeah, by the laws of the Soviet Union, they have a right to print it. Yeah, we believe in free speech, we believe in freedom of information, we don't have censorship or anything like that in our Soviet utopia, weirdly enough, so yes, they can print it. I don't mind pissing off the Persians. Still can't attack the Heavenly Kingdom for the Central Asia regions I want. I don't really understand why. It's because these guys are a tributary of the Qing. Okay. I need to piss these guys off. Got it. But I don't know if I really want to fight them, to be honest. But we're building loads of barracks, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll start the reduction of our relations, and we'll see. Okay, and with a completely empty construction queue, we need to get something built. Oh look, I've clashed with myself. Look, that's nice. The Soviet Union is already established presently. If we do it, the Soviet Union will be furious with us. Okay, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Okay, with an empty queue, what do we need? We need oil, we need glass, we need opium. Definitely need oil. Let's do that first. 50 oil, yeah. And opium, let's not mess about. Let's just max those two out. Right, and even more oil rigs, I think. And we'll start researching war games, yeah. And with the economy looking like it is, I'm just going to drop wages down a little bit more. Yeah, there are still, you know, fair wages here. And that just keeps us in the plus. And it actually looks like for the first time in ages we don't have a crippling rubber shortage. Oh, but what's this? Kazajni Uprising. Okay, fine. It's got to be enough, innit? Ooh, mechanised farming unlocked. Oh, yes. Get tractors. Engines and coal. Okay. With farms. Okay, great. Yeah, no Cold War engine shortages from the looks of it. Great. Okay, and I'm going to go for the final level of colonial affairs as well, just to get my growth there. Max. War is broken out. They've got 2 battalions. I've got hundreds, obviously, but I've got 24 on the front at least, so let's have a look. Trench, fine. Yeah, we're pushing fine. Okay, and we've got another sort of colony dispute with France this time. Our infamy is literally 84, so I cannot get any more infamy. We'll have to just lose our claim, I think. And we've got an empty construction queue. No idea what I want to build now. It's like sulphur, lead, and coffee can't do much about. I don't really care about luxury furniture. We need meat, fruit, and wine, which are from our farms, and sugar. So I guess sulphur mines, lead mines, and some farms. We've pushed out the natives. Great. Keep the rubber pushing there. Right, let's start our claim again in East Angola, as we lost it to the French before. Oh, look, cool. New party formed, the Communist Party. I think that said Bolshevik, and then instantly went over to Communist. Oh yeah, look, the Red Army and the rural folk in the Communist Party. Oh, that's weird. The trade unions aren't in the Communist Party. It's the Red Army and the anarchists. Interesting. Very interesting. Trade unions aren't involved in it. Oh, and another uprising. Who this time? The Chokwe. Okay. There we have automatic machine guns. Okay, let's have a look at our barracks for that then. Yes, we can put in machine gunners, let's do that. And let's keep it out of the conscription centres, because we never actually use our conscripts, and I expect that'll be a huge production drain if we do. Oh my god, opium is still expensive. How much more opium plantations do I need to build? Literally can't build any more. We evade, I guess, but Afghanistan or somewhere, or Persia, but we've got too much notoriety at the moment to do that. Wargaming has been unlocked. Fantastic. Ending the slave trade. Yeah, fine, we have a duty to end slavery wherever our power reaches. Yeah, I agree. Oh look, if we get NCO training, we can upgrade our infantry even more. Squad infantry, let's do it. Okay, and I think that's a good place to leave it there for now, as the Soviet Union has really come into its own this episode and become, hopefully we've upgraded our military enough now, we can become a real player on the world stage. Next time we'll be able to make a few military advances and make our stamp in Europe or further afield, who knows. But until then, goodbye and take care.